சொல்கிறாங்க, நீங்கள் பண்ண சேவை பண்ணணும் சொன்னாங்க அப்படின்னு எனக்கு அட்வைஸ் பண்ணுறது. அதனால் முந்தி மாதிரி நான் டெய்லி வெளியே போகிறதில்லை, டெய்லியே இருக்காங்க போகுது. அது ஒரு 2 மாதத்துக்கு ஒரு வாட்டி போயிட்டு அவர் சொல்கிறீங்க போயிட்டே இருந்தால் நல்லா இருக்காது. இன்னைக்கு நீங்கள் கண்டிப்பாக வருவீங்கன்னு நினைச்சேன். போன மாதம் நீங்கள் வரவே இல்லை. இன்னைக்கு டாபிக் I do such petition for them. They know when I will come, when I will not come. He runs a consultation clinic in the same campus. He rendered service of the asanas, meditation, and pranayama, and all those things for babies separately and kids separately. In the same conversation about when it being the we have a meditation. And he is very deeply involved with Maya project. He is director in charge of the research center, and he is in charge of the doctors in play. Initially, doctors in play whenever they connected to meeting there, it is exclusively among themselves, not outside. Then I want to express my that I like to be there. Then you know, then the subsequent year, they open register, they open an entire register myself. And I was there for 3 days. They were very kind. They were on that night, and it gave me a new orientation about my background of knowledge. Now, one of the related project is this. Now, you make a group, and in your own medical field, you give medicine and take it and know the process. That is one. And secondly, you take another group and diagnose and give medicine, cancer field, it is correct. And that particular group is given some more instruction to do certain asanas, meditation, etc. and also diet regulation. And you make a study of these two things. And these related matters are always dedicated in the journal. Otherwise, the medical world won't accept. They must show the record that happened. Now he is taking a treatment. And it is a very serious business, as you know, to get things done from our children. And he is not tired of it. He is just all this business. That's one thing. And secondly, he conducts 3 medical camps. And is acceptable to other things also. That is the most important thing. Now I got a good friend of mine. He is in Natarajan, there who is a retired principal. But in the Kampung Koi pressure treatment there, but it's a practice. I got some allergy problem, I got a medicine program, and I said, அவர் எனக்கு என்ன அட்வைஸ் பண்ணாருன்னா, நீங்கள் அந்த காலையில் வந்து போய் டே டைட்டில் போகிறா, இல்லை நைட் டைட்டில் போகிறா, அடிப்பு வந்து அடிப்பு வந்த கையும் இரும்பு கையும் சும்மா இருக்கிற மாதிரி கையில் கொடுக்குறது நீங்கள் கீழக்கூடாது நடக்கிற நேரத்தில் கொள்ளுவாங்க ஒரு 2 நிமிஷம் போடுங்க அடிப்பு நீங்கள் நான் இவர்கிட்ட சொன்னேன் இப்படி என்ன விளக்கம் கொடுத்தாரு that's a very good lubricant அப்படின்னா you take coconut oil கடலை எண்ணெய் அது இதெல்லாம் அதனுடைய ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் கிராவிட்டியும் இது ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் கிராவிட்டி கேன்சர் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக் கிராவிட்டி தான் அதிகம் அதனால நம்ம ஆளுங்களை விளக்கெடு கொடுத்தாங்க போல ரெண்டத்தை அடிச்சு கொண்டு போயிட்டு போகுது அப்படின்னு ஒரு அடிச்சார் சார் அவர் என்ன சொல்ல வர்றாங்கன்னா இஸ் லைன் ஆஃப் ஸ்டடி ப்ராக்டிஸ் but when you give some ideas you bring it yourself. That is one of the best quality of it. Therefore I saw him after some time not reduced physically reduced இறைச்சி போயிட்டீங்க இல்லை வேணுமானாலே அழைச்சேன் எதுக்கு அழைச்சிங்க நல்லா தானே அழைச்சிங்க இல்லைங்க நான் ஒரு நியூ மெத்தடாக கொண்டு கொடுத்துருக்கேன் அதுக்கு இடைக்கணும்னு இருக்கு அழைச்சிட்டேன் அப்படி இருக்கு நிறைய பேர் ரொம்ப மொட்டை அடிச்சுக்கிறீங்க அதுவும் அப்படிதான் இருக்குங்கிறாங்க therefore it means if you take anything do it perspective seriously இந்த ஆச்சா பார்த்தா வேலை ஆகாது. In this introduction, he is going to talk to us on yoga for human excellence. Yoga ಅಂದರೆ ಯೋಗ அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு வார்த்தை. Human அப்படின்னா இப்போ ஹியூமன் இருக்கிறவங்க மனுஷன் நிறைய பேருக்கு ஹியூமரே இல்லை. அப்படிங்கிறாங்க அப்புறம் எக்ஸலன்ஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க அது அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்லாம் பார்க்குறாங்க ஏன்னா இது எக்ஸலன்ஸு வாங்க இது எடுத்தால் அது புரியுங்கிறாங்க இதுதான் அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் இது நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க
Good evening.
Good evening.
Bye.
Different kind of production, differently and deep production. I don't think of we introduce people so personally and give us way. Thank you. Today evening, here in Coimbatore Management Association, I'd like to begin Sky Yoga for human excellence. We have Coimbatore here Management Association, and I'm trying to talk about human excellence, managerial excellence through Sky Yoga. Coimbatore is though a suburb, a small city in the big state of Tamil Nadu, has distinct qualities. It is the hub of education. So many educational institutions, universities, all are thriving. Industry and wealth, financial sector, industries are thriving. That now a period for each industry, but though the period of pumps is gone, the mills are gone, but one is going on. That's the also known for the divinity. Not only temples and religions, the various mutts are here. Gaumara Mutt, the Peru, Adinam, they are so popular all over the state. And similarly, we have number of religious institutions. Not only that, the spiritual institutions are also here. The Arya is here, the Isa is here, and all of them gain here. So it is a unique combination of knowledge, wealth, and divinity. So only to quote Vedadri Maharishi, he selected Coimbatore because of these specific nations in Coimbatore. So it has a bright future. And let me select this place, that is what he said, and we are really proud of it. Management is a function that coordinates the efforts of people to accomplish goals and objectives using available resources efficiently and effectively. And management is the art of getting things done through people. It's an art. Management is the transformation of the resources to people. And this is a complex requirement. Management is defined as organization, the organization, coordination, activities in accordance with certain policies and achievement of objectives. Management involves manipulation of human capital to contribute to success. So ultimately, the human element is very much based on a good managerial performance. And management has so many parts: forecasting, planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, controlling complex activities out of a simple individual. And how to accomplish that? If we are able to imbibe all these skills, then you become a good manager. So it is, the human element is very much required, and excellence, quality of being extremely good, eminent with great merit, and with the consent of God. We do so many things, and in yoga there is nothing but God in the universe. The whole universe is made out of God, by God, and we are all within, and we are sustained by Him, and we merge with Him. If we look into, I wonder, what percentage of me, myself, and what is the percentage of God? If we look into the definition of God, we are not very certain about God. And I am talking about the definition of God. Do we have a simple, clear idea about God, who He is, where He is? The Dvaita philosophy deals with the whole universe as a simple transformation of Almighty into the universe. And we will go into that a little bit later, but it is when the day-to-day working is with the consent of the God, in accordance with the God, in line with the way the God dictates. Success is very, very easy. It's not difficult. use it at its best. Yoga is a manual for excellence. No other field brings out the best in you like yoga. And it is, when it is simplified, when it is easy to acquire, then that is a real gift. See, let us see what the human being is. We study about the man in toto, and that is not more elaborate and in deep manner dealt with the doctors in the medical profession, the medical colleges. And I was a professor in Pantro Medical College for a decade or so, and I was happy to have 4 best outgoing students from my class. Students who were with me gave the credit of being the best outgoing students. That is only to say that I was to some extent knowledgeable and I was understanding the medicine part of it. When I came to yoga in 1982, I was surprised to see that I was dealing with a body which I thought was complete bad. With the medical knowledge, we could transplant the heart, transplant the kidney, and manipulate, remove the marrow, replace the marrow, everything. I thought we were having fantastic knowledge and technical backup. But when it came to, I realized that we are dealing with only 1/3 of our existence. The human structure. What is the missing 2/3? It is the unseen life force body and the mind body or currents. We have 3 components acting in synchronization, with perfect synchronization, and this unification is so complete that we don't even suspect that we have more than the physical body. All the 3 parts are essential for understanding, and yoga gives depth of knowledge because it deals with the other 2, the Sukshma Sharira and the Karana Sharira. It is nothing but the life force and the mind of the body. We have lot of knowledge. As I said, the advances in medicine is so much. It's only waiting for the brain to be transplanted. The rest of the things are all transplanted. And we can sustain life with life supporting measures for a long time. As long as you want the body, physical body can be maintained with in a living condition with support. Well, that much is the amount of development in this thing. I never thought that body composition can be understood in other ways also. That is, the body is made up of Panchabhutas, the solid, liquid, fire, air, and akash. So this you all may be knowing very well, but it is also approached in a different way as being made up of 7 thalus, Sapta thalus. The thalus are the juice which comes out of the food, and the food gives the energy, and the essence of the food is juice. It contains all the carbohydrate, fat, and the protein part of it, minerals and vitamins, all extracted from the food is juice. This is utilized in the body to give energy, and a part of it gets converted into, it is helping in the formation of blood. So in the Ayurvedic test, they say a portion of the rasa becomes the blood, and the blood, from the blood evolves the muscle, the next the thadu. Then how many of you are non-vegetarians here? How many of you? Can you raise the hands? Just for me. Right. Even if we are not non-vegetarians, we have seen the non-vegetarians consuming it along by our side. So my interest is only to impress on you the structure of the body. So in between the muscle and the bone, you have fat. The fat layer is invariably present between the muscle and the bone. And Maharishi says bone is formed by calcification of this fat. It is far from science, but I'll show you how it works. The bone, and within the bone, you have the bone marrow. So far you have seen juice, blood, muscle, fat, bone and marrow. The 6 tadus are known to us. Some of you have tasted it also. But the next one is the 7th tadu. I have no picture to show you. Yoga exposes our inadequacies, the shortcomings, and this is one such place where we know it is there, but we can't identify it. Beyond the scope of the high-tech gadgets we have to see and this is sexual fluid. It is also called shukra, and sperm and the ovum. Shukla, Sronida. So all those things. And we don't have anything about this in science, the modern science. It is explained only in Ayurveda and Siddha. But since it is not visible to us easily, available for us to study, I got interested and I have been looking for more details. But even in Ayurveda and Siddha, we are not getting more information than what Vedanta Maharishi has given about this. This is the 7th tadu. This has a pluripotent, it can form any part of the body. Any tissue can evolve out of this. And this is the core phenomenon of the cell and the body. And this is something different, but nothing but juice, blood, muscle, fat, bone, marrow, and the sexual organ. And the point of interest is here. This is the thigh part, the human leg, thigh, cut section. You can see the juice flowing just below the skin, then the blood vessels, then the muscle, In between the muscle and the bone you have the fat, and within the bone you have the marrow. This arrangement, why I was asking about the food habit, non-vegetarian foods. Now everyone know that whether it is a chicken or mutton or goat from the cow, not from the human being, from our knowledge, medical. This pattern is universal. Even in frog it is so. These 7 organs are arranged in order, and that is possible only when they are free to move. And the whole body is a vortex, is a spin, and in a spinning system you can see heavier things gravitating to the center, lighter things occupying the portions, the surface. And it is quite thrilling to know that the body exterior has lighter things, the body core has heavier things. And we all live with our 5 senses: skin, the eye, ear, nose, and mouth. These 5 organs are the only pathways, doorways through which we acquire knowledge. And aptly they are called jnanendriyas. The indriyas which give jnana. And see on the human surface, they are not in the middle, they are not buried within the body. And outside contact is possible with that. To go deeper into it, then you get the muscle. Still deep the bone, still deep within the bone, the marrow, and is invisibly present within the marrow, is evolving from the marrow. That's sexual life, fluid. So that is about the physical body. Let me talk about something like pose and tell you the fact. Until I learned from this yoga, I was the one who was certifying the death, the absence of life force in the body. I was certifying, but when I started learning this, I realized I was having no knowledge about what life force is. And I asked my colleagues whether they know. Only I don't know about that. You all have life force with you. Still, none of you know where is it. The same is with the mind also. You are listening to me with what? With your ears or with your mind? Who do you listen? Yes. If the ear is there, many a times our friend might have missed something in our dialogue. We see a TV and suddenly a wicket falls. T20 season. A wicket falls. Immediately, if 4 or 5 people are there, at least 2 or 3 will ask, "What got who bowled it? Or was it a because the TV is very good front of you. You are also seeing, your eyes are good, your ears are perfectly alright. But why? Because you listen, you see, the eyes and ears are alone not sufficient. You require a mind behind the eye. Only when they organs, which the sense organs are supported by the mind, you will be able to perceive it, you will be able to understand it. Otherwise, like a blind man, though your eyes are good, you may not be seeing what is going on. Like that, we don't see the life force. How the life force is constituted? It is formed by the 5 elements: the earth, water, fire, air and Akash. The Akash is the first element of the Panchabhutas, and this Akash element forms the life force in the body. This is a big revolutionary thought in the understanding of life force. So far, even in the Western or Eastern films, when death is shown, they will show something leaving the body, a speck of light or a cloud-like thing leaving the body. And many of the spiritualists, they think that the life force is only a speck, a big, which resides somewhere in the body. But according to this understanding, the Akash element equating, forming the life force of the body, you get a complete understanding. There is no difficulty in explaining the day-to-day activities of an individual man with this knowledge. And it is the shape of the life force is similar to the body, but without the individual definitions. We don't have an eye or ear or nose, but it is a cloud of life force particles, Akash particles in the body, circulating like this. They move from the center to the periphery. Life force particles, what is the size of the life force particle? Tamil it is called Paramanu. Parama means the ultimate. Paramatruti, Parama Anandam. So this is the ultimate, nothing that is beyond. So similarly the particle also becomes the smallest. You cannot go beyond. What is the next stage? Beyond the Paramanu, it is space. So it cannot be further subdivided. Now we have seen Anu, the atom. We thought it was the ultimate, but with our ability to go deeper, we found out the electron, proton, neutron. Science thought that was the end of it, but then came the subatomic particles, and from the subatomic particles, now people are talking also about God particles. The last year findings. Whereas without any such deep laboratory underground, the yogis were able to tell the composition of the life force body, muscle body, and it is consisting of the fundamental particles, the Paramanus, the life force particles. The life force particles, they also contain the divine dust particles. And they are all spinning. Since they spin around the center of the body. just like the planets spinning around the sun. The particles, Akash particles, they spin within the body and they vary in their speed. And according to their velocity, with the velocity gradient, they are hurrying in the body from the center to the periphery. And they all orbit in a pattern similar to our solar system, and they occupy 360 degrees all round. But the beauty is none of the light force particles cross the space, the axis here. The revolution is around the axis. The axis where no particle crosses. So exactly in the center of the center, you have a space running from the bottom end to the top end. This we call the Sushumna line, the axis of the body, around which the contents of the body rotate, revolve, spin. And this system is explaining so many things which are hitherto it was difficult to be explained. And that part will come later. Now you have the mind part. Mind consists of waves. The waves of the mind, we call them delta, theta, alpha, beta. Beta is 14 to 40, alpha 8 to 13, 4 to 7 theta, 1 to 3 delta. It is nothing but energy which you can simply accept as biomagnetism. These waves are having different speeds. The faster frequency is here 14 to 40. This one is 7 to 14. This is 4 to 7. This is 0 to 4. This is the biomagnetic field. That's represented for your understanding, and it is constantly running round. What happens in a spinning system? When the wind blows straight, it is not perceivable. It can only be felt if it is with a speed. But if it starts spinning, what happens? The wind doesn't have any power to displace, dislodge the heavier things on the earth. But when it starts spinning, it shouldn't, ஒரு புயல், ஒரு சூறாவளி, ஒரு tornado, what happens? There is nothing on the earth which can withstand this destructive power. So that much power, where from it comes? Only by intensification within the spinning system. Now also, here also, they all spin, they go round and round and round. But when they spin, they develop an attractive force towards the center, a repelling force to the periphery, from the center to the periphery. The combination of attraction and repulsion, you see in magnetism. And the body also behaves like a magnet. It attracts it. Everything around this spinning system is attracted, brought into the system and pushed to the core. This you would have seen in the spinning system. If you people have not seen a spinning system, I'm sure all of you would have taken part and rinse your clothes. As you rinse your towel or a dhoti in a bucket of water, what happens? Automatically a spinning system is created, and that spinning system, you see the dirt from the cloth comes to the water. The water starts spinning, and even the foam or any dirt, everything floats on the first layer, moves towards the center and goes down and raises to the periphery and comes back to the surface again. And this is what is happening in the this thing also. It goes up, comes back to the center. Same thing happens here also. From the center it goes to the periphery and returns back to the center. There is a lot of explanations which are not required now for that purpose. And if you see the biomagnetic field, the causal body, these are the layers. And what happens when we take up yoga? Something to do with the magnetic biomagnetism or the mind part of the body is meditation. When you successfully meditate, what happens? The speed, the velocity, the speed of the waves, biomagnetic waves come down, and it gets reorganized in a pattern like this. This was a beta, alpha, theta, delta. If you compare these two, there is a redistribution. The area occupied by beta and alpha becomes less here compared to the previous one, and the insignificant part of the theta and delta has expanded. The slower waves occupy larger area, the faster waves becomes occupy less area. This is really significant for the simple reason these waves faster, so are on the surface, and those are on the surface engaging the five senses. You go slow, deeper, then it is a circulation within this body, and that is getting disconnected from the surface is within our body, as shown here. The alpha rhythm, the beta rhythm, connecting the sense organs. When it shrinks, it is the alpha which has no connection with the body. Just have you imagine yourself perceiving this circulation alone, the beta waves, the alpha waves within your body. This is the dream state where the sense organs are sleeping, they are not active, your eyes are closed, your ears are not listening, but still you see a movie going on within you. That is without the contact of the sense organs or even the karma indriyas. So when it is final, crystallized, it becomes the theta rhythm, the 74. The big point of importance is when we have faster rhythms, we perceive quickly, forget quickly. They are all just transient. Today you listen to me, tomorrow you forget. This is when you work in your free time. When you are operating in your alpha rhythm, then you will be able to recall tomorrow also, or even still longer also, later also. But if you start operating in the theta rhythm, then you can read the mind of your friends, fellow beings. Before talking to your wife, you can understand what she is doing, be thinking about, what surprise she is going to give. It won't be a surprise because you will be able to understand that. That is it. And when you come to this rhythm, the delta rhythm, 1 to 4, if you see the waves represented pictorially, see, faster, slower. Where you think an impression can form fully, totally. This requires 14 to 40 waves to capture an image, and this requires 1 to 4 beats to capture an image. Which one will have a good, complete representation, impression? Here, not here. Isn't it? So only the memory, the wisdom increases when the rate comes down. The ability, the strength of the mind goes down when the frequency increases. And all the my speech is now stimulating, though not in a meaningful way, just in a physical way. In fact, it is falling on your ear and you get stimulated to respond. How we perceive it is, we see not because of the energy from outside. I am able to see you only because my biomagnetic energy is projected through the eyes. It is projecting to the entire room, and it gets reflected whenever it finds some obstruction. And the reflected waves are again collected back into the eyes, and the analysis, the construction of these reflected waves only in the picture. So what I see is because of my energy and not your presence. And it is only the reflected waves I see. Similarly, the sound also perceived by creating a matching impression of the waves within me. So everything depends on my biomagnetism, my perception depends on my biomagnetism, and it is long-lasting, deeper, unforgettable when it is in the slower rhythms, and it is transient even as it has remained longer. So now you see where the excellence comes from. More the slower rhythms you have, the stronger is your mind. The more the faster rhythms, the poor is the memory or the understandability. The perception is poor, the recording is poor, the reproduction is poor. We are not able to get anything out of our memory. What we have stored, we are not able to get. Everything is And not only that, when you are working in higher rhythms, what happens? You lose your control. You respond more to the faster ones. You start resonating with this above. So if you see a movie, a TV show, if there is a zigzag, the helicopter shot, automatically your hand also moves. Your body responds to the exterior, not to the interior. So it is, you become more and more oriented to exterior, outside. This is inside. And this gives strength and this is weakness. And this is possible by meditation. While you are meditating, you are focusing your attention, your perception within your own body. In the yoga which meditation which sky system follows, it is simplified Kundalini yoga. You focus on Kundalini, the life energy, and that is perceived. The frequency of the life energy is much less than that of the mind with which we work now, operate now. So when you come into synchronization with that slower wave, what will happen to the wave which goes and experiences the slower wave? Also becomes slow. That is the simplification of the meditative process given by Veda. So it automatically moves down. And when you think of something which has higher frequency, you acquire higher frequency. When you think of finer things, pure space, think of the space where there is no light, no sound, no movement. Yes. A space without light and sound, how will it be? It will be dark, motionless, soundless. Static. There won't be any movement. So, you think of a state like that, like that. You are able to reach these waves. So that is universe, space, like that, where you focus your attention, the frequency goes down. This you can understand better if you take up yoga and experience this experiential rather than theoretical. So if you look at the same in an aerial view, right from above downwards, then now I can show you the movement also. The alpha rhythm, delta rhythm, slow, theta rhythm, the alpha rhythm, and the beta. So it is understandable that we will not be better off in the faster rhythms. Now, after meditation, after acquiring the sadhana, then it is like this. So in a state, this is probably representing a jnani, a yogi, a rishi, who has slower rhythms, almost occupying the entire. Not only that, you have an additional. You see only 1, 2, 3, 4 colors here. 4 only. But when you come to this, you get the fifth color also. What is this? 14 to 40, 14 to 7, 7 to 4, 4 to 1. And what is this age? 0 and below 0. So that there is no movement at all. This expands and this space without any movement or without any light, without any sound is pure space, and that is defined as Almighty God. And it is very interesting for you to know more about God from Vedanta Malaysia or different platforms. Right now, we saw three bodies: physical body, mind body, life force body. All the three bodies are having the same type, similarities, shape and size. Hence, wise, the biomagnetism is least dense, then the life force, then the physical body. But all these three bodies have the same center of gravity, point like that. And that coincides, all the three parts of the body coincides with one part, which is called Muladhara, or the genetic center of our body. And in this genetic center, this central part of all the three bodies acquire new characters, because the physical body contributes the seventh thought, the Shukra, to the genetic center, and Akash element, the life force element, contributes slowest particles with least velocity. When the velocity comes down, what happens? The life force particles come together, closer together, like a sheet of particles, continuous sheet-like particles. And in the magnetic body, the biomagnetic field, the mind body, to have the slowest rhythms. 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So what the 0 is called? Stationary wave. What is it? Stationary wave. It is a wave, but still not moving. That is the ultimate, the other end of mind. When these electrons, the part of the atom, when the electrons in an experiment are viewed, to some it appears as particles, to some it appears as waves. The machine which is designed to show what it is, when I see that it acts like a wave, it behaves like a wave. When a friend comes and he looks at performs the experiment, it acts like a particle, obeying the laws of particles, obeying the laws of waves, simultaneously both. And what decides whether it is a particle or a wave? The observer. The energy of the observer decides what it is going to be. So that is the scientific experiment of the fundamental particles of the atom. So like that, when the stationary waves and the stationary life force particles and the abstract Tadu, seventh Tadu all combined, it is called the genetic center, the core, the ultimate, the headquarters of our body. Every wave which comes to the center gets reflected, is thrown out. So all whatever experiences are stored in the genetic center and they are reflected. When a new wave emerges from the genetic center, it takes the impression, what it has brought in, and that is taken. So like that, seeing a human being consisting of three parts, three bodies, physical, life force and mind body. All the three working in coherence, in synchrony. And if that is understood and if we develop a way to maintain it, then we have mastery. We become superhumans and you can acquire and form anything which is not possible by the ordinary man. So now you see my point, that is straight yoga can give managerial excellence, can give you whatever you want. The process is the same, applications are many and simple. The body physical body is tuned with simplified exercise package which attends from head to foot. The mind, the causal body, simplified Kundalini Yoga tunes it, and life force, the number of life force particles within our body is augmented, increased, or they become stronger with Kaya Yoga. And the relationship, the managerial or management and the workforce, the relationship or the family members, parents, children, is whatever it is. It is by introspection, and in the society, the Karma Yoga gives either national or international peace, and fulfillment is the purpose of life is achieved by Brahman. So all these things are available by the yoga given by this simple management. And make my salutations to him and invitation to you people to understand him and let me say that the subsequent time is for interaction or questions. So, if there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer those
We had a very excellent presentation. We have an experience. It's a very great thing that we say. When you define management and manager, like a management student, when it talks like yoga, Shraddha, Anta, choose something with the yogi. And to put it in the track, it says there is an instrument, you should see, somebody sees only a step, somebody sees a step. Now I am studying anatomy, surgery and all. I know all the body systems. I can transfer to you all those things. The body itself. There are three things we use. One is control. It is more than all these things. You can read other man's mind.
question of my interest. This Vedadri Maharishi's yoga teachings are called Manavada Kalai or Sky Yoga. And in this Coimbatore city, you have more than 100 centers scattered all over everywhere. You have heard the slogan Valga Vadamudan mantra. So Valga Vadamudan Center is Vedadri Maharishi Center where they will teach. They are operating, functioning 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And it is easily approached. If you are not able to find any such thing, you just call me. My number is 94433. Nine double four double 39210. 94433 Give me a call, I will tell you which is the nearest center so that you can. Where are you from? Nava India. So in Philamedu, just behind the PSG Tech, PSG Boys Hostel is there. There you have a trust center. I can give you the phone number also.
Where is your consultancy center?
Consultancy is Big Bazaar Street, the downtown. Big Bazaar Street. Big Bazaar Street, Vasavi Hospital.
So when somebody is physically tired,
Now,
how does it affect the wavelength and the frequencies?
the tiredness is because of the tiredness of the magnetism in you. The voltage of the current, when it goes down, tube lights fade, the coil bulbs lose their luster, the power. Similarly, in the body, the current, the energy available for all activities within the body is biomagnetism. When it is, the supply is less, the utilization, expenditure is more, the stock force comes down, automatic down regulation takes place. Your attention becomes less, you are not able to concentrate, you are not able to see, you are subsequently you are not able to keep your head upright, it starts wobbling and falling. The biomagnetism is not able to reach the higher frequencies, it shrinks. So then you get automatic disconnection of your sensory organs from the living system. So you go to sleep. When you sleep, the expenditure through these faster waves is not there. So it builds up, and when it comes back to its critical level, normal level, there is reconnection of the sensory organs and the body system. So you become awake again. So to maintain a good voltage, the level of biomagnetism is the best way to avoid weakness, tiredness. I hope I have answered your question.
Answered, but then somebody who is doing physical activities, he tends to become tired.
Yeah, so he takes rest, he sleeps, he becomes fresh again. Every day we are upright and moving about. You lose your energy, you exhaust your energy, you become less mobile, you occupy a seat. Still energy goes down, you fall flat and sleep out.
Sometimes we hear that old people.
Huh?
Now you make a savasana for a few minutes, then you will get refreshed. Savasana.
So So some old people, they tend to lose, they don't get sleep properly, sir. How is it anyway connected with this?
They are able to lie down,
Yes, sir.
they are able to close their eyes,
Yes, sir.
and they become insensible to the thought also. But you ask them, they say they have not slept, they don't get sleep.
Yes, sir.
That is because the energy is not adequate enough to contact the sensory organs or the kriya organs. But it is not totally exhausted. They do very little work, old people. They eat little, work little. So that turnover is very little. And with little turnover, it is not settling down. It is not shutting off. So they remain awake in their memory, not in the work. So it is common with the old people. So if you have work exerted, then you have utilized your energy. And so you forward and you fall asleep instantly, momentarily. This exchange of energy, utilization of the energy is low in the old people, and it remains, and that is expressed as the sleeplessness. You ask him what happened in the night, he didn't sleep. But what happened when the door was knocked? He was not able to answer it. Whereas somebody else who gets wakened up, they answer the call. So it is based on the energy level in the body.
Now you can try one method I will suggest. If you have got a sleepless problem, you take your foot at this point, you put a little bit of castor oil before going to sleep. Also for that foot, and see whether it helps you. And you tell me whether it helps you.
See, as a professor would have observed, I was staying within the hospital in Big Bazaar Street from 80 onwards. And Big Bazaar Street, market and the downtown where people don't sleep, traffic doesn't like you. So when we calls our death, the night calls are also attended to, responded to. With the result, sleep I was getting restless, still. With the practice of yoga, you can dispose of your timepiece. What time you want to get up? Exactly, even if you put an alarm, 2 minutes or 5 minutes before the time, you will look up here. You will get up.
Your mental alarm will give you.
And
If you practice.
if you pursue yoga, you become energy efficient. So you gain energy in short period of time, short spell of time. And with the available energy, you work more efficiently with least wastage of energy. So you perform